Hi, my name's Emma Graniff, and this is my case study number 2 on social media in sports. Which sports teams slash players were followed? The Chicago Cubs, the Toronto Raptors, and Fred VanVleet. The Chicago Cubs were chosen because they're my grandpa's favorite team, so I grew up watching them. My grandpa has taken my brothers, cousins, and me to games at Wrigley Field. And I went to a Chicago Cubs training camp when I was in T-ball. I've met many players, including the former first baseman, Anthony Rizzo. And I was born and raised in Illinois and frequently visited Chicago, so I started supporting the Cubs. The Toronto Raptors were chosen because Fred VanVleet is on their team and he's one of my favorite athletes. They have an active social media presence, which can be easily observed and studied for this assignment. And we can use this to compare a sports team's social media posting versus an individual player's posting habits. Fred VanVleet was chosen because he actually graduated from my high school, Auburn High School in Rockford, Illinois. He is a native of my hometown in Rockford. And my history teacher was actually his high school basketball coach. So I've heard many stories of his earlier years, as well as the accomplishments he has made thus far. So what kind of posts the Chicago Cubs post? So looking at their TikTok, they are not very active at all on their TikTok account. And then on Instagram, they're very active on their Instagram account. They posted a collage of women's pictures creating a Cubs logo for National Women's Day. And then a sort of random photo of a baseball with the classic ivy in the background. And then on Twitter, they reposted the baseball photo from Instagram, and they retweet a lot more than have their own posts, and they retweet mostly GIFs. The Toronto Raptors they posted a motivational Monday TikTok. And on Instagram, it was a game day. So there were a total of 9 posts, which is a lot in one day. And they focused around the outfits of the players walking into the locker room and then clips of the gameplay. And on Twitter, there are many repeats from their Instagram. They post a lot of collages of players for the game day and then just general advertising. On day 1, VanVleet posted a picture with his logo on it with the caption, "Bet on the grind." And on Twitter, he retweeted a picture of the Toronto Raptors tweeting about winning their game. On day 2, they posted about the Cubs posted about the beginning of their ticket sales on March 18th. They also posted about the extension of David Ross's contract, and they posted a series of practice pictures in Mesa, Arizona. On Twitter, they posted about an advertisement about their ticket sales beginning March 18th, similar to that of Instagram. They also posted an interview with Justin Steele about camp starting. And they posted a mascot with another person saying spring training has started. And there were many repeats from Instagram. But on day 2, the Toronto Raptors posted about how number 43 had their career best with 20 plus points. And posted a video of their starting lineup with a lot of reposts of the outfits and gameplay from Instagram. And they posted the score at halftime and the end score. VanVleet on Instagram posted about the drop of his new merch line with a series of pictures of the hoodies and other apparel. And he retweeted another post about the drop of his new merch line and replied to a game highlight. On day 3, the Cubs posted another series of pictures from Mesa, Arizona, and reposted on Twitter Similar scheme of photos. They also wish Keegan Thompson a happy birthday. And there are a few different retweets of the start of spring training. On Instagram, on day 3, the Toronto Raptors posted a picture of them at UCLA for the last game on the West Coast. Another series of the outfits of the players before the game. And then, of course, many posts about the gameplay. On Twitter, they posted how they're teaming with Maple Leaf Foods, who are going to plant a tree for every block they get in a game. And they posted about their merch and a GIF of player number 4. On day 3, Van Vliet posted a black and white picture of him during a game with an emoji of a dice as the caption. And he replied to another game highlight with 3 chili pepper emojis. So when looking at all of the 2 different teams and the individual player, the Cubs mainly talk about the team. A lot of their posts were oriented on the team and their brand. And with the kickoff of spring training, a lot of pictures of the individual athletes and practices were very, very prevalent. The Raptors definitely focused on their team. A lot of their posting was gameplay, team coming together, all the outfits, very team oriented. And then Van Vliet, his mostly focused on himself, on his personal Instagram and Twitter. He would reply on Twitter more about gameplay, team oriented posts, hyping up, wins. But on his Instagram, it was mostly focused on him and his own endeavors. So a positive thing about the Cubs posting is that they're very inclusive. They showed a picture for National Women's Day. And they focused on what the team's currently up to and advertised well for their ticket sales. The Toronto Raptors, they have a wide variety of posts, which is interesting compared to the others. They focus a lot on the gameplay and individual player successes. Van Vliet, he's done a very good job shaping his brand, and he focuses on himself and has really done a good job capturing an audience on his Instagram and Twitter. And he has a theme for his postings. Some negative things about their posting is that the Cubs, a lot of their posts feel very similar. They're a little lackluster content-wise, and they repeat across platforms. The Toronto Raptors post a lot on some days and nothing on others. Game days have sometimes 10 plus posts, and they also repeat across platforms. For Fred, there's not much content about the team on his personal account, and he has short captions and responses. So for the Cubs and the Toronto Raptors, they do not seem to have any common hashtags, and technically neither does Fred VanVleet, but he does seem to have a common type of reply or caption for photos. They're very short, they're very snappy, they're either emojis or he reuses catchphrases a lot. After looking at all the teams, no feelings or loyalties changed on my part. If anything, actually making an effort to look into their postings and truly keep up with their content has strengthened my loyalties for the teams and players. As for trends, the Cubs do not have any trends. They post a variety of things, mostly about the players or activities the team is participating in. And the Toronto Raptors have more of a theme, especially on game days. They post a lot about their players walking in the locker room and the outfits that they're wearing. And then they post a lot about the gameplay and the highlights. Fred VanVleet, he does have a theme for his captioning, as said before. He has catchphrases and snappy, short captions and responses.